What's up, everybody? Spectre from Operational Risk Management. This video is specifically talking about FreeScan, or how to use it. This is a very easy way to program your scanner. I've read a lot of things, people complaining about the Bearcat BCT15X, which is the specific scanner that I have in my patrol vehicle, or I should say in my patrol car. I do have a digital scanner in the truck. I need to get another one, but they're kind of pricey. So as of right now, I'm just rocking out the analog in the patrol car. But anyhow, in the description below, you will have a list of all the scanners that this software will work with. Keep in mind, as of right now, unless something has changed, FreeScan does not support DMR, MOTOTRBO, or EDACS. Sorry. It sucks, I know, but it is what it is. Anyhow, without further ado, this is basically what you get in the long run at the end. This is what it looks like. It is not as bad as it looks. Trust me. I'm going to go ahead and just, there we go, create a new from scratch, never been used before. So, this is FreeScan 2.18 beta 6, by the way. So first off, you can, go in here to your scanner, upload, download programming, control scanner. I do not have my scanner hooked up to this. Obviously, it's in the vehicles. But once you get your COM port set up, you have it plugged into the computer and all that other good stuff, this is where you can actually use some of this information. Excuse me. You can set up your scanner options, general information here, what your backlight color is, or what you prefer your backlight color to be, right off the bat what your backlight mode is, how long that, backlight is on for your handhelds. I mean, there's a whole bunch of information here that you can play with. You can also put in your own startup message. It's whenever you turn the radio or the scanner on, it shows that little display. Maybe programmed by XYZ, so on and so forth. You have your close call, custom search frequencies. This is all, I should say, default, because I haven't put anything into it yet. It's a vanilla, plain Jane, I guess, blank slate. So, without further ado, let's see if I could do this without having to modify my existing file. So we're going to have a, let's start with a trunking system, or the 800 megahertz type 1. And because I know that Warren is running off of a type 1 analog type 1, mind you, not a digital type 1, but an analog type 1, we're going to go ahead and start with that. So it's relatively simple here. You just right click on your pane to the left, create a new system. It'll give you automatically Site 1 and TGID Group 1, which is your talk group ID 1. So if we click on Site 1, we could just give it a name, in this case Warren. I apologize, my throat's been kind of meh all day. If you have a GPS hooked up to your scanner, you can actually use the GPS feature. Check that, turn it on, put in the lat longs, define your range, verify it in Google. You can also do your coordinate geocode type ordeal. I do not have the GPS hooked up right now, so we're just going to ignore that. We're going to also open up Radio Reference. Wonderful website. Has everything that you should need on it. Keyword should be. I'm sorry, it's a Type 2 SmartNet system. I'm already screwing stuff up already, so I'm just going to go ahead and I don't want to delete that. Well, I'll just change it here. No, I can't. Find new system, Type 2, Warren City create system. Okay. Now I can delete it. There we go. Okay. My apologies. Motorola Type 2. That's why I tell you to go to radio reference. It has all this information already down here. See, system type Motorola Type 2 SmartNet. System voice analog. If it says digital and you have an analog scanner, you're not going to pick up anything. I'll tell you that right now. So, anyhow, back into the software here. Not much of this has to be changed. You have your delay time, your quick key, which is on your scanner. I mean, you can put information in here. You really don't have to. You also have your hex and your AFS for your ID format. We're just going to leave it in decimal. And let's see, you can also have it set up to where it changes colors for emergencies and all that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you can do. But for now, we're just going to set this up with the basics. And I apologize if it's long-winded. I mean, there is a lot of stuff that has to be done. So first off, and I also apologize for the cat that sounds like it's dying in the background if you guys hear it. For some reason, throwing a temper tantrum. So, at radio reference, after you find your location and all that, and you verified that it'll work with the scanner that you're trying to use, you'll have your system's ID list, your connect tone, your system ID, and right below that you'll have your control frequencies. So what we're going to do is we're just going to copy. Come back into FreeScan, do easy grab. I had other stuff on here because I was messing with it, so I just hit clear all, but copy from clipboard. These are our control frequencies for that area, and import into FreeScan. And then you can close that, and voila. Instead of typing all that crap out, you just copy paste, basically. So now that that part's set up, go into our talk group ID. So, let's see, we're going to start off with fire department. So this talk group is going to be Warren FD. And then all I have to do is copy this entire box. Go back up here to easy grab. This here can get a little tricky if you're not paying attention. So I'm going to go ahead and hit copy to clipboard, or copy from clipboard after I cleared out the existing crap. You have your talk group ID, which is your decimal. You can ignore the hexadecimal, so that's why this is set to ignore. Your mode, same thing as it is here. Analog talk group. Your display is actually the alpha tag. You can ignore the description, ignore the the tag, and then you can ignore other stuff if you don't need it. Basically, what you need is your talk group ID, either in decimal or hexadecimal form, depending on which one you're using, the mode, and the display. Once you have those and you verified those after you've copied them over, you just hit import to FreeScan. It'll say 6 channels have been imported. You hit OK and close. Now, voila, you have all your information in here. Your talk group IDs will be in here. Your display will be in here. Same information that comes over from here. And then you can also modify some of this data if you wish. Your LO, your priorities, alternate tones, alternate levels, alternate colors. So for the sake of argument, if I wanted a specific color to come up whenever Fire 1 started talking, I can actually change that. Right now mine is programmed to be all red. I can actually change that to, say, yellow. And then, just a quick glance. For certain frequencies, obviously you can't do it for all of them because it'll be confusing in the long run, but, quick glance you could tell, oh, okay, it's yellow, it's Fire 1 for Warren FD. Got it. Alternate pattern, or, I don't think I've ever modified the alternate pattern, the volume adjustment. Granted, you may get some frequencies or some channels that are relatively quiet. You can actually fine tune that a little bit, plus or minus 3. But I've never really had to mess with any of that. And then your analog type, or your audio type rather, my apologies. If it says anything other than analog or all, you're not going to pick it up. So if it says digital, there's a good probability you're not going to hear a bloody thing. So if they all said, digital only, you're not going to hear anything. Since this is an analog system, okay, let me take a step back. We're talking about a scanner that is an analog scanner. We're not talking about digital scanners. Okay, I want to re-emphasize that if I didn't already. Digital scanners, that's a little bit of a different story. But for this case, for the sake of argument, if it says digital and you're running an analog scanner, you are not going to hear anything. Number tags, I don't do anything with it. It just stays none. Rec out, stays checked. You can add comments if you so desire to do so, or if you want to. You don't have to. Then we're going to come up here. You basically just say new group. Right click on your, the top of your tree for the one that you want to modify, and then go down to new group. This one we're just going to say Warren PD. Oh. Same thing. We're going to come over to radio reference, copy the law enforcement talk groups, come back over here, do easy grab. And I don't know if they did this purposely, but it's actually really nice how it automatically kind of like leaves the easy grab window open, but kind of minimizes the FreeScan software so you can see, your web page or the radio reference page. Makes it a lot easier. But you could just go through, clear that, copy from clipboard. You could verify this information. Talk group IDs all filled in, modes all filled in, displays all filled in. We could ignore the rest. Import. You know what? I'm just going to hit clear for now. Close. Now you can see our Warren PD. All the talk groups are now in here. We really don't have to worry about anything. You can just move on to the next one. The only one I'm going to tag out from here is going to be the tornado siren. So I'm just going to say new group. I'll just label this city. Warning. Go ahead, copy from clipboard. Import. Clear, close. And then actually I'm going to alternate or do an alternate color of yellow for this one. Come back to my fire and we're just going to do off for alternate color. So that's literally all you have to do, and it's the same thing across the board. So now that we've done a phase 2 system, an analog phase 2 system, we're going to go through and just do Trumbull County Fire Dispatch. So we'll right click in this blank area, new system, conventional, Trumbull Fire, create system, and this is just going to be Trumbull 911 FD. We'll do an easy grab here, copy from the clipboard. This one has a little bit more information than your trunking systems have. You have your frequency. You can ignore the license. This is just FCC information. You can ignore the type on this one. You have to make sure your tone is set up. And then, let's see, we're going to do the name here. Sometimes it switches, but you just keep an eye on it. That's why you're verifying this data. And then, of course, you can ignore, or wait. Yeah, okay, alpha tag's right. You have your modulation. So you need your frequency, your tone, your name, your modulation for your conventional frequencies. Once you have all that verified, go ahead and do import into FreeScan. Clear that out, close it, and here you go. All the same kind of stuff, automatically imported. You don't have to sit there and type a bunch of crap out. You don't have to, double check or triple check, the possibility of you fat fingering something. All done, all out the window. You don't have to worry about it. So as you see here, your display is set up, your frequency is already set up, the tone's already set up for those that have tones. You have the ability for your lockout for tone, lockout and your tone lockout. Your steps. This is all set to auto. Don't even worry about fine tuning it. It's not necessary. Leave it on auto. It does a really good job itself. Your modulation. The audio type. And then of course you have your all tones, all levels, all colors, all patterns, volume adjustment, so on and so forth. Just like you did, the trunking stuff, but this is conventional. That's about the stone skinny of it. I'll do one more. This is probably already going to be like a 20-minute long video. I apologize, but so we're just going to go ahead and I could have, well, you know what? We're just going to say Trumbull County. And then we're going to go ahead up here, new group, Trumbull County Sheriff's Department, easy grab, copy from clipboard, tone, frequency, name, ignore. Go ahead and import, clear, close. And that's all you have. Same thing, just one right after the other for everything that you want to put in there. I will tell you right now, FreeScan is, if you have a scanner that's compatible with FreeScan, it is an absolute godsend. Do not even attempt to go through and, program all that crap by hand in the scanner itself. It doesn't matter if you are an expert on the computer or not, you should be able to program it. It's really simple. Radio Reference also has, let's see, free. Do. 9 million flipping ads. There we go. Also in the description below. Oh wait, that's not the what I was looking for. They have a user's, there it is, user's guide. This link will also be in the description below. As you can see, I mean, the following scanners are compatible. All these, but it does not support DMR, MOTOTRBO, so on and so forth. But it gives you some, how-tos if you get stuck. Pretty much it should be fairly simple to go through. I mean, if you followed this video, you should be alright. Like I said, if you only went out and bought the $150 scanner, it's not going to be a digital unless you got it used from somebody that's extremely generous. So, you can automatically nix the P25 digitals. If it says digital in the audio type, you're not going to pick it up. But that's about it. It's actually really simple, really easy. And then, like I said, your XT scanners, you can enable the GPS if you wish. And once you get all that crap done, you hit the save button. Have your scanner plugged in and powered on. Just hit the upload to programming. Or upload programming. It'll ask you what systems you want to upload. And then you can do, erase all systems and settings and just put in vanilla, right from the get-go. You can replace any existing system with the same name. And then you could do add only, do not overwrite anything. Depends on whether or not you want to add custom radio settings. global frequency lockouts, automatically resume scanning, all that other good stuff. You pick your COM port and you hit start upload. It'll go through, transfer all that stuff to your scanner. It doesn't take a long time, but it takes a couple minutes. Once that's done, you're good to go. You're rocking and rolling, and you have nothing else to worry about till you want to add more stuff. That's all I have. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, feel free to drop them in the comment box below. Please hit the thumbs up button if you found this helpful at all. Hopefully I didn't do a piss poor job of it explaining it. It is really easy software to use. But until next time, I'll catch you guys later.